There's probably not a time that you step on the courts when you haven't heard someone say, forehand takes the middle. But is that always the right strategy? No, absolutely not. And today, we're going to talk about the times that the forehand shouldn't take the middle. If we haven't yet met, my name is CJ Johnson, and along with my partner Tony Roy, we specialize in helping players over 50 live their best lives on and off the pickleball courts. There are very few absolutes in pickleball, and a week or two ago I asked all of you what was the worst advice you've gotten on the pickleball court, something that you found out was not true later. And without a doubt, forehand in the middle rang true for many of you. And that's because, as I said, there really aren't many absolutes. Now, one is when you're on the return side, and again, keyword being return side, you want to run to the non-volley zone no matter what. That's an absolute in pickleball. But forehand takes the middle, that's not an absolute. And today I want to explore some strategies when it isn't an absolute for your team. The first question you should be asking is, what's the best shot for my team? Because not everyone has as good a forehand as they do a backhand. Chances are you have one ground stroke that's better than the other. Very few people are equal on both sides. So when I'm looking at what's the best shot for my team, if I'm playing with someone and my backhand is better than my partner's forehand, then I should take that shot. Now, conversely, if my partner's forehand is infinitely better than my backhand, as a team, I would rather give that shot to my partner. So in some ways, I understand where the logic behind this comes from. Again, most people have a weaker backhand than they do a forehand, so it's logical. But the way you see it played out on the courts causes a lot of problems for teams. So let me show you 3 problems that it causes and a little different way to think about it. I'm going to introduce you to a concept called respect the X. Here we've overlaid the court with an X. Think of that X connecting the players on each end of the X. This connects the player on each end of the green line, and then the players on each end of the blue line of the X. In large part, this X pertains to all areas of the court, including the NVZ. When breaking the X, there are specifically 3 problems that tend to occur. So let's take a look at this clip. The first problem that it causes is when I reach across the center line to take the forehand from the middle of the court, it puts me in an awkward position. It pulls my arm away from my body. That makes it harder to make the stroke, and it makes it much easier to make what we call a mechanical error for the stroke. Number 2, it also creates a strategic error. Here you're going to notice that it opens up the court to the left side. I've moved towards the center to take that ball, and now both of us are on one side of the court, and the left side of this court happens to be open. Number 3, since we are both on the same side of the court, it makes it more difficult for my partner Dane to move. I've got him pinned behind the shot. So now you've seen 4 instances when the forehand shouldn't take the middle. When it's not the best shot for your team, when you're crossing over, you're pulling your arm away from your body, you're leaving a portion of the court open, and you're pinning your partner behind the line along with you, potentially causing another positional disadvantage. So should the forehand take the middle? Sometimes, but it's not an absolute. Now, if you'd like to learn more about the respect the X and other times when the forehand should take the middle, click on this link right over here, because together we can train smart, live bold, and age well.